Alright, welcome back YouTube to a new review for the Apothecary Diaries Season 1, this time episode 8, Wheat Storks. And before I start the review, of course, as usual, you can watch the full reaction on Patreon right now for €5 a month. Uncut, uncensored, whatever you want. And yeah, that's about it. So, the episode itself. Now, so we got a bit of. I wasn't expecting it necessarily. Like I was expecting Mao Mao to maybe have some work to do as an apothecary again, but we got um. So we got another glimpse at Mao Mao when she's in work mode, like serious mode, which I find really impressive. From like the work that the voice actress must do to uh to do that shift. But she does seem to have a voice that is um like that can have that kind of shift. I do wonder, um because her voice is reminding me of something. I want to check. I'm gonna check on my enemy list to make sure that I don't get spoiled. um I just want to check the cast. um I'm sorry, I'm gonna take the time during this review. Usually I take the time to do that during at the end of my reactions to episodes. I have some time where I like a bit of time um where I sometimes search for stuff, and I keep it at the end of the reaction. This time I'm choosing to do it here. Um Let me check if I can find. Okay. She's the voice of Tanya and Tatsumaki, or Tornado as most people know her. Um she's this frog girl from My Hero, but apparently also two other characters. But I want to check if she's a specific character um, that I had in mind because of a tone shift in her voice. The issue is that she's Jesus Christ. She's done so much work that there are so many things to scroll by before I can reach the time period for what I'm thinking. She's Diane. Jesus Christ, she's Diane um Seven Deadly Sins. She's also the Japanese voice for Pascal in the Nier Automata anime that I've never watched. I might watch it at some point. I played the game, obviously. She's the okay. She's a Japanese voice for Lucy in in Edge Runners. Okay, well, okay, so she's used to doing some good roles. Some really good roles, but there's one in particular that I'm a bit. Yeah, she's Madoka as well, apparently. I haven't. Okay, I have a bit of story for that, for Madoka Magica. I've watched the first 3 episodes. I think three, a long, long time ago. And then I got traumatized and I stopped watching. So I'm well aware that it's something that can traumatize you, but okay, where would that. What time period did. It might be like easier for me to what to search the show itself. Actually, you know what? What's her name? Just want to check. Aoi Yuki. Let's search. What was the name again of the show? Um, 2019. Jesus Christ! Already? Nope. Okay. She wasn't the one I was thinking of, so I'm not going to say what I was thinking of. But she's done a lot of like she's done an impressive work because the voices that I've seen from her here, like Diane or Tanya, compared to Mao Mao's voice, even her usual voice when she's not in serious mode, that's some impressive work to have that kind of range. But yeah, anyway, so I wasn't expecting a full-on like investigation into a poison attempt. Almost, almost successful, by the way. Um, made me feel a bit. Think made me think about the murder of the on the Orient Express. Spoiler alert! Everyone does. Everyone has done it. It's a well-known, like plot twist that literally had a everyone took a stab at the victim in the murder of the Orient Express, but this time it's more like one person made the attempt and the rest of the place attempted to cover it. And you can see it as actually like I just noticed, but you can see it straight from the beginning. I don't know why it just entered my mind, but when Mao Mao arrives, the people who are waiting The people who are waiting outside seem surprised of seeing an apothecary, and like the courtesan who's already in the room is hunched over the other courtesan, like she's not paying any attention to the guy. And I don't know if it's just because it was it was just made that way to show that yeah she cares for her fellow courtesan, or if it was actually a hint that yeah actually that they don't care if the guy die, they want him to die. Like I don't know if but it feels like it would be a really clever hint to have here. So that's quite impressive. um so yeah, like I noticed during the course of the episode, during my reaction, like I made a few attempts at trying to under uncover what happened, and I've noticed that I would be terrible at detective work because I kept going to the wrong conclusions. I mean, I did catch on very early on that the courtesan is the one who tried to like the courtesan that was poisoned is the one who used the poison on the man. I did catch up on that very quickly, but I think the show made it very easy to notice. But there was no way for me to think about a double layered drink because that's not something you come upon very often. I've only seen videos of things like this, and not even that much, not even that many. So I do wonder if maybe there will be a moment where the guy will get his comeuppance, or like if it. I feel like that's a plot point, like a plot line that is not completely resolved. It might come up later at some point, like maybe Jinshi will do something about this whole ordeal if Mao Mao ends up telling him about it. Like he will not tell her, of course, but we'll see maybe some sign that, like some, uh, small hints that the guy is getting his comeuppance because I'm still on that Jinchi is secretly the Emperor's brother kind of deal. Like that has to be the answer. That has to be something. But yeah, I do wonder if we'll get to see more about it later. So that was a rather short stay at home. All things considered, like 3 days just flew by. Poor old military officer is going to be bled dry of all his savings by the old lady. Um, but well, like that's his fault for not checking in on who he gave a hairpin to. And yeah, Jinchi's jealousy, uh, and inability to actually put into words what he was thinking and what he was feeling like is a good gag, I'd say. I had seen because I had mentioned in the past that ever since I started watching the show, even though like there is no connection between my phone and my computer, um, but ever since started to watch the show, especially like the browser on which I'm watching the show is not even connected, has never been connected to my Google account. So you can't even say that it's a Google uh, catching your data kind of thing, like selling your data to ad providers. But I've been getting on my phone when I play games and I watch some ads to get some bonuses. I've been getting ads for Crunchyroll, and every time it uses the Apothecary Diaries. But it only started after I started to watch the show, and every time it's the same scene. And it was actually the scene where Mao Mao, because I had not like watched closely on the scene. I just noticed some um, specific things that, um, like the fact that it was Mao Mao and Jinshi in the same room, Jinshi holding a cup of tea and then dropping it. That's all I had seen. But it was that scene at the end actually of the episode, so I'm quite happy that it's not actually a big spoiler for something more. It's just literally the payoff of a gag where Mao Mao teases Jinshi. And yeah, other people just listening in. But yeah, overall a good episode still. Um, like a good, you know, I mean, an episode that really makes you rack your brain to try and understand things. If you're not uh constantly letting the episode pass, of course. Like if you're like me and sometimes you pause and try to guess um what will happen or what is like the answer to a few questions, um then yeah, it's a rather good episode to rack your brain around. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about it. Like no stinger for the third time in a row. Wait, no, hang on. What was the last one? Homecoming. Yeah, no. There was a stinger for episode 6. I mean, like at the end of episode 5 for episode 6, but there wasn't a stinger between 6 and 7. Fuck, I just say that. Fuck you. Okay. You know what? Like, if you're thinking about the meme, then fuck you. That's what I'm saying. I hate that meme. Um, and there was no stinger between 7 and 8. And there was no stinger for 9 here. But given the name of the episode that I see here on my list of episodes to watch, apparently it's going to be interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for this review. Then, once again, you can watch the full reaction on Patreon right now, €5 a month, uncut and censored, picture in picture. Don't have to sync you with your own version of the show, that kind of deal. And yep, I guess I'll see you for episode 9, Suicide or Murder.